The following opinions are solely those of BoatTest.com and its test captain.
Today we're taking a look at the BENETEAU Oceanis Yacht 62, the largest and most luxurious sailboat in the BENETEAU fleet. She's an attractive and voluminous sailing yacht that's a lot simpler to operate than her size would indicate. She has an easily managed sail span, comfortable seating on deck, and luxurious accommodations below. But what makes this boat stand out is the way BENETEAU has solved most of the problems, inconveniences, and downright work that we often find on sailboats. Let's take a look. First, who wants to be wet and miserable or burn to a crisp steering the boat or sitting in the cockpit? BENETEAU's solution is a hardtop that completely covers the cockpit. It has a canvas sunroof and tinted skylight aft, and forward a canvas dodger can be added. In the shoulder seasons, it all can be buttoned up in cruising canvas. It's hard to imagine any sail plan being easier to handle than on the Oceanis 62. The foot of the mainsail is loose, providing better sail shape, and with the push of a button, her mainsail is doused by grinding in on line with the power self-tailing winch. The headsail furls just as easily, and the captain can do it from the helm. All lines are led back to the cockpit for easy handling. There's even a track for a self-tending jib, and tacking is as easy as turning the wheel. The Oceanis 62 solves the problem of where to put the tender by creating a large tender garage in the stern that measures 11 feet 6 inches deep, 5 feet 10.5 inches wide by 34 inches high. The hydraulic transom lowers into the water and the tender can be rolled off. Docking is made easy by the standard equipment bow thruster, which is actuated by pushing the green and red buttons at both helms. An optional stern thruster is also available. Sailboat cockpits are the epicenter of entertaining, and they should not be small and cramped. By having two settees wrapping around two fold-out tables, this cockpit can easily handle a dozen people. When the time comes, the tables can be electrically lowered to make sun pads. The 62's dual helm stations provide good visibility and room, but there's more to this helm than at first meets the eye. With the push of a button, an on-deck galley rises up 2 feet 6 inches from under the center seat, complete with grill and sink. A pop-up light will illuminate the nighttime grilling. In front of the starboard helm is a 40-liter refrigerated compartment, and in front of the port station is a locker for the propane bottle. No sailor likes to talk about it, but below the companionway is a Yanmar 6-cylinder 170 horsepower diesel that is connected to a 4-blade folding prop that propelled the yacht in our test from 4.5 knots at 2,000 RPM to 9.5 knots at 3,680 RPM. Sound readings were relatively quiet and were the same on deck and in the cabin. Fuel capacity is 264 gallons. The Oceanis 62 comes standard at both helm stations with an autopilot, a 12-inch Zeus B&G wireless screen with GPS, chart plotter, speedometer, wind vane, anemometer, wind temperature gauge, and a PC interface, among other things, thus eliminating the need for a navigator and extra helm person. On the plumb bow, our test boat was equipped with an optional stainless steel ultra anchor and a standard vertical windlass. The chain locker is accessed from the forward compartment through a large hatch. While this is clearly an owner-operator's boat, an optional crew quarters can be fitted in what would otherwise be a locker for extra sails and the asymmetrical spinnaker. There are many more details on deck to make boating easier or more fun, such as the custom swim ladder and the teak platform, the optional powered pass row with a hand security rope for stern-to mooring, the sun pad up forward and lying port and starboard of the companionway opening, and much more. But now let's discover what's below. From the cockpit, the companionway stairs lead below. The stick steps have courtesy lights, 9 3/4 inch risers, and 12-inch by 32-inch treads that curve upward at the outboard ends. The space below is bright thanks to windows with opening port lights on the trunk cabin sides, overhead hatches, skylights, and hull side windows. A sitting area with an L-shaped settee is to port with a facing love seat amidships around a folding table that can convert to dining use. Abaft the seating area is a nav station with a bucket seat, chart table, and another B&G multifunction display and other instruments. The touchscreen digital switching panel is accessible at the nav station, and the breaker panels are conveniently placed above. The nav station panel opens up easily to allow access to the electronics as needed. To starboard of the seating area is a galley that extends the full length of the main salon with a long countertop for food prep. The sink is forward, and there's a 3-burner gimbaled stove, an oven, a dishwasher, and an under-counter refrigerator and freezer that load from the top and front. An optional wine chiller really sets the tone for entertaining or long cruises, as does an insole wine locker that holds 16 additional bottles. Above and below the countertops and in dedicated lockers below the gas assist strut-supported hatches in the deck, there's more stowage space. There's laundry at the forward end as well as an additional refrigerator. The salon sole holds many shift systems. The water system manifold is easy to get to. Likewise, an air conditioning unit is tucked into an accessible sole locker, and batteries are beneath the sole as well. The Oceanis Yacht 62 is available with 3 or 4 staterooms. Our test boat has 3 and all are en suite. The master is forward with an indirect entry that helps ensure owner privacy and 7 foot 1 inches of headroom. The master has hull-side windows and overhead hatches, bookshelves and reading lamps, large hanging lockers and drawers. The berth measures 80 inches head to foot by 68 inches wide, so it technically falls between a king and queen size. The berth has 3 feet 10.5 inches of headroom above it. The builder lets the owner decide how to use the space along the aft bulkhead, be it a chest of drawers or a dressing seat with stowage beneath. The master head has an overhead that is 7 foot 1 inch. Natural light comes from a hull-side window above the sink. There's a walk-in shower with bifold acrylic doors with a Euro-style wand shower and a bench. 2 aft cabins offer full-size berths measuring 78 inches by 55 inches and lots of natural light. The aft staterooms are mirror images of each other, with hanging lockers and shelves, as well as generous stowage on shelf beyond the berth. Each has 6 feet 3.5 inches of overhead clearance and a private head, so guests have full privacy. The port stateroom has its private access to the head through a door that enters through the shower. The head also has a door to the passageway since it also serves as the day head. That's our look at the performance and features of the BENETEAU Oceanis Yacht 62. A yacht that's well found for some serious cruising and day boating with a crowd of friends and family. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.